Hello, everybody, and welcome to Michael Jordan's NBA All-Star Shootaround Supreme Deluxe Edition, my ENCMP 100 programming contest submission. So the first goal that I had with this computer program was to figure out the maximum number of characters that you could actually put into a title. That's why the title is quite excessively long. I discovered that you can put a max amount of characters of 63, I believe. So if you actually count out all the characters in the file name, it adds up to 63. So essentially what the program is it's like a basketball kind of arcade style shoot around game where Michael Jordan is pictured here is put a random distance from the hoop and you try to score in the lowest amount of attempts. Similar to Gorillas, it has a speed input that is first taken and then an angle input. I wanted to design a game so that it was something fun to play and easy to understand so that everyone could enjoy it. So I've attached the pseudocode as a part of the zip code files if you want to go take a look at that, but I just wanted to outline a couple key points. So the first part was just to create a very primitive setting like the one shown here. So it just plots a few points to represent the edges of the hoop and then where Michael Jordan would be. The next part of the program is to take user inputs that would specify a speed and angle. After that, it's going to test whether or not the ball goes in and then display certain messages if it went in or not. So the most important part of this program and the most unique is actually how it tests whether or not the ball goes into the net. So if we imagine this as our sample basketball net, what the program is going to do is it's going to use logical vectors to determine which points are directly above the hoop. So within these two ranges shown. And it's going to create an arc above the hoop like such and test whether or not it passes over top of this line. So for a long time, whenever I tried to detect that, I always imagined it as a box. And when the line passes through the box, it'll test whether or not these points here are inside the box. But the difficulty with that is sometimes it would go too fast and the points wouldn't be inside the box. They'd be here and here, for example. And the line clearly passed through the net, but it wouldn't be picked up by the program. And then one night I was thinking that you can actually use intermediate value theorem. So what this means is when the line passes over the net, because it's a continuous function, all you need to worry about is the first point here and the final point. So all you need to test is whether or not the first point is greater than 10, the height of the hoop, and the last point is less than 10. So aside from the intermediate value theorem, I also had to apply quite a few concepts of projectile motion and conservation of momentum in order to get the rim function to work, which we see on the red line where it bounces off the front of the rim, and the backboard function to work, which is the blue line bouncing off the backboard. So if we take a look at the graphics in the final product, I actually designed them all myself using Microsoft Paint. It wasn't super difficult to do, and it kind of adds that nice little touch that makes it feel like a real game. And if you take a look at the sun in the background, you might notice that it looks familiar to the sun in the MS-DOS version of Gorillas. I actually modeled it after that as like a little tribute to Gorillas. So here's an image of what the setting would have looked like if we hadn't learned about the custom images and graphics before the deadline. So luckily we did learn it in time because it's certainly not as exciting as the final version. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know that I certainly had a ton of fun making the program and making the video. So if any future students are watching these videos and you're interested in entering the competition, I would definitely recommend doing so. You learn a lot about how to use MATLAB, and I was really happy with the final product. Also, big thanks to our professor, Dr. Ranawira. I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He was able to teach us the graphics a little early, which was definitely beneficial to the assignment. And he also answered a few of my questions, which was definitely really helpful. So on that note, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.